Hey guys, congratulations. So let's get started to build the KT receiver, a PCB kit to support FM, MW, and SW multiple band. It's a high performance radio based on the modern DSP chip. And it's also very simple to build. So this is what you will get in the kit. And you have a PCB, these parts, and this is the battery holder. So you will need to supply two AAA size battery. Okay. And a whip antenna with SMA port, or use adapter connector so you can connect to the ham radio antenna, shortwave ham radio antenna at home. Okay, so first thing first is that parts inventory. So you can check these, these parts if they're already in there. Okay, so after every parts are checked and they're there, so let's get started with the SMD part. Soldering. Perhaps this is your first time solder SMD part, but it's not that difficult because the part actually is very, the pin pitch is very wide. It's about 1.27 millimeter, and this is very wide pitch. So you should be able to solder it, even with regular tools. Okay. So first thing first is align the red dot here. This is pin 1, and there's a circle here. This is also pin 1. So we should align these red dots. And then we can apply solder to one pad on the corner, and we can put on the chip. Put on the chip. Make sure the pins are well aligned. Okay. Are they well aligned? Yeah. Looks cool. And then you apply solder to another corner pin. It's here. It's very important to apply solder in small quantity, small volume, Don't apply too much. If there's solder bridge, you will have some very difficult situation. So you'll see that two corners are soldered. Now let's solder one by one. Because it's a very regular solder iron, and we don't have any flux or something. We just solder one pin at a time, not all these pins together. Okay. It's not very good looking, but I guess it's soldered. I would say that I have applied too much solder, but I think they are soldered. All right. If you have flux, you will have a very good situation, and but if you don't, just like follow my way to solder one pin and another pin. Okay. I think pretty much this is it. This is the first SMD part. And I think they're well soldered. Make sure there's no solder bridges. Okay. If there's some solder bridges, you need to apply some flux. And it will break them. Or you use some some other tools to remove it. But right now I think it's okay. All right, and so next step is to solder full resistors. These two are 1K with the green barcode. This is 5.1. This is the red barcode. This is 10K. Right, let's get started with 10K. 10K is here. Okay. Today I would like to try some different way to solder the part. Originally, I will, like this, solder from this end. But today I would solder from another end, and to cut the pins flush, and then we can solder from this end. All right, looks beautiful. And from this end, it's the pad is not that protruding, so this is very good. Very good. And let's solder 5.1K. 5.1. 5.1. These two resistors are used as a span selection. 1K, 10K is okay. I will try the new way, right? So cut them flush and turn around. And solder from this end, this side. All right. This is pull high. 10K is pull high, and this is fixed or we call it a favorite, a resistor. And on this end, this is a variable. Use this span potentiometer to adjust the bands. Okay, so to 1K resistors, these are resistors for the LEDs. So it's easy to understand. Okay. All right. I like this way. This is a new way to solder some through-hole parts. But I think it's much easier. Oh, no. Looks some extra solder. It's here. All right. Okay. Now we have finished the resistors soldering. So next step, let's try to solder the inductor here. This one, this big one is the inductor. And this is fried bait. These are all, inductors. Okay, let's follow the same way to solder the parts. Okay, I think probably it's better to solder the very bit first. Fried bait. Okay, and then the inductor, 470 microhenry. This is the inductor for the MW band. Okay, so far so good, and let's check the other side. Looks very good. Okay, so make sure there's no solder bridges before you move forward. Okay, then it's a good idea to solder the crystal here. You need to bend the pins over here and to I think these two small holes. These two small holes. And solder in the outline of this part. I think this way, this part probably I'll try to solder from here. It's easier. It's easier to solder from this end. Okay. Cut the extra pins. Okay. And then these green beans. Actually, these are the monolithic capacitors. Actually, there's some MLCC part, you know, the chip capacitor, after adding some leads. So they're not actually the monolithic, but you know, the green beans performance is very good. This is the best capacitor, I think, from China. So very good part. 24p, 24p, 2 piece. Okay, so this is 24. Actually, you can solder from this end. I think this is still possible, but to make it easier, then let's solder from another side. Okay. And 101, this is 100p. This part. All right. 104. 104. We have two 104. Both are decoupling parts. Another 104. It's newly added in this version. It's here. And these are two 103. 131 is here. This is coupling capacitor for the antenna. And another is here. All right. Okay. I think it's much easier to solder from this end. So let's do it. All right. We have totally 7 green beans. All right. Yeah, let's check them. Not too bad. If you see some tilt, you can adjust it. For example, it's a little bit too tilt. Then you can adjust the the part a little bit. Okay. I think others are just fine. Okay. All right. I think pretty much you have done half of the soldering. Congratulations. And then I think probably it's a good idea to solder this capacitor. This capacitor is polarized. Okay. Longer pin is plus, shorter pin minus. Here, longer pin, shorter pin here. So make sure you're doing it correctly. Okay. Yeah, let's follow the way to solder from the soldering layer from the back side. Cut the extra pins. Okay. Not bad. And I need to solder 2 jumpers. 3-pin jumper here, 2-pin jumper here. 3-pin jumper, this is the selector of the span. Either this is a fixed capacitor or the variable capacitor. This is the jumper. The another jumper is X mono, which means that if it's not connected, this connector is for mono. But if it's connected, this is for 2-channel stereo. But these 2 channels are shorted together, so we do it parallel. Yeah, I think we needed to break it. You can break it by your hand, you know. So either way, you know, from this side or this side, 2-pin, 3-pin, and it's easy. So 2-pin, 3-pin, okay. And you also needed to add these two, you know, black bars. These are shorter, you know. It's used to short these 2 pins. These parts can be found in very old PC mainboard, but you know, it's rarely found these days. But these are still very useful, used as a jumper, right? Okay, so let's start from the big ones. Big ones. Okay. Yeah, be careful. It's a little bit hot. Okay. Now, let's check if it's vertical. Not really vertical. A little bit tilt. But I think it's just fine, right? If you want to adjust it, you can do it. And here, 2-pin jumper. All right. Yeah, I think it's just fine. Just fine. Okay, and then I'd like to solder the audio connector. If these are pins a little bit not bent, you can bend back and plug in. Yeah, it's let's solder this pin first. Either way will be okay actually. And okay, and then solder the rest of the pins. All right, and then okay, let's solder the antenna connector. This is SMA PCB mount connector. Remove this cover and to plug in to the pads. And you use your hand to hold it in place. And you always remember, be very careful. You must start soldering from the center pin, or your fingers will be toasted. Okay. Now you don't have to, hold it and solder the rest of the ground pins. These ground pins. If your solder iron is not powerful enough, you may see some coder joints, coder soldering here. If it happens, you probably needed to apply the solder and solder it for a few more seconds. But I think my soldering iron works just fine, right? You can see the solder joints are very, very good. Okay, this is antenna connector. And all right, now we have two LEDs. This is for the power on indicator, and this is for tuning the LED. I would suggest that you use the green one for the on. Also, it's polarized. The longer pin is the plus. This is plus. You see, plus over here, minus. So plus. It depends on you. If you need to solder, leave some length or solder to the, without the height, you can solder to flush. Depends on you. So it's not a big deal. But in my way, probably just because it's more. I think that's 30, right? So. All right, the longer pin in the. All right, you see, it's too tilt. I'm sorry. I need to adjust it. Yeah, you can apply heat, to both pins. All right, cut it. Then the red pin for the tuning LED, the longer pin, plus, and let's do it. Okay. Now it's not so tilt. Good. Okay. See? Pretty much you have done everything. And D3 potentiometers. I think these parts are all the same. No difference. You know, so B10K, they are all B10K. So again, if the pins are bent, you know, bend it back, and then plug and play. Okay, plug in. Make sure it's not so tilt. Still some room for adjustment, but you know, needed to make sure it's not that tilt. All right. You still have some chance to adjust it if it's too tilt. Not bad. Let's do it again. Okay. See? Still some little bit tilt, but it's okay. Yeah, just a little bit, right? The last one. Okay, I think pretty much this is the end of the soldering. Oh, not really. I still need to solder. You know, this is tune, this span, this volume. I still need to solder the battery. You know, battery connector. My way is that you know, you can go through from here and then solder these pins. Red goes to the plus and ground to the another. You know, make sure you're doing it correctly. Red and black. All right. So apply some solder. Uh-oh. Okay, I think pretty much this is it. Congratulations, you have done all these soldering. And so can we do some initial testing? Sure, but it's highly recommended that you test if there's a short circuit, at least from the you know, the power connector side. You use the ohm or, you know, the conductive connectivity testing, okay, to test if there's a short circuit here. Oh, good, good. There's no short. So you can apply you can put on the battery now. And you know, this is on, this is off, on, you know, switch to off, then slide and put in the battery. This one, and this one, okay, you know, slide it back. Ah, now it's a smoke test. Okay, God bless me, no smoke, and wish there's you know, the LED is on. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God! So what's wrong? It seems that seems that something wrong. Let's do it again. No. Okay. Something happens like this, you know. It happens. Now I need to measure the voltage. Measure the voltage. Actually these are ground, and oh, it seems there's something wrong with this one. Okay, I think the battery holder has something wrong, or maybe the battery is totally dead. Let's see. Let's see if I can. The battery is fine, so I guess something wrong with this one. Bad luck, but it happens. And maybe I need to, you know, swap it, to swap a new one. Okay, let's swap it. Let's do some desoldering. Yeah, let's do some desoldering. Okay. Okay, red goes to plus, and black goes to minus. Or we call it positive, negative, whatever. Okay, so let's do the smoke test. Hopefully this LED will be on. Ooh. It's not on. Now I have the voltage, but the LED is still not on. What happened? Oh, never mind. I will check this LED later. Maybe due to some short or something. But I guess that it will go through from here. So if I connect the whip antenna, this whip antenna, I can turn this band to the, fully counterclockwise. Have you seen that? It seems that it's working, and I think I must have picked up some stations. Let's see. Let's connect to my stereo. Okay. Oh, so good. I think probably something wrong with this display. This on either LED or something, or the resistor, but it's working. Anyway, it's working. All right. Okay, this is it.